7th grade. So we are on our third to last lesson, surface area lesson. We just have this one, composite figures, and then volume. We are going to be learning how to find the surface area of 3D shapes. It's just pretty much like composite area. So here's a 3D shape, a rectangular prism. The surface area is like the inside skin. So if you pull it apart, it looks like this. On STAR, they'll always give you a net to find the surface area. So let's say this was 3, this is 4, and this is 5. I would need to have 4 would be like right here. And then it would go all the way down the row. So 4, 4, 4, 4. The 3 is maybe right here on this little edge. And it would need to fold into this side right here. And then the 5 would be the long side. So 5 and 5 and 5. But whenever there's one rectangle, there's a matching rectangle across from it. So this one would be a 5 by 4, but this would also be 5 by 4. Again, they're gonna give you a net on STAR, but kind of just knowing how to place the pieces, like knowing which dimensions match up with each other, are gonna be important. Now that I have my figure labeled, I can find the total area, meaning the area of all the pieces, by finding the area of each piece. So let's start right here. We have a 3 by 4, so 4 by 3 rectangle, so that's 12. And if there's one 4 by 3 here, there's always going to be a second of the same shape. So here's my other 4 by 3. So I have 2 of them. I'm going to have 2 of everything. All right, so these ones are done. Now I'm going to move to maybe this shape right here. We have a 5 by 3. And I have 2 of them. So this is my 5 by 3, and here's my matching 5 by 3. And now I just have these 2 right here, so 6 all together. So we have 4 by 5. And again, there's always going to be 2 of everything on a prism, on a rectangular prism. So I have all my pieces. And to get the total surface area, I just need to add all the pieces together, just like a composite figure, which we've already looked at. So here I have 94 square units for the total surface area. Lateral is sort of like thinking about like what you would put a ladder up on. So like if this was a house, it would be the walls without the roof or the ceiling. So like you would be painting the lateral surface area of your house, not the whole entire house. So that is just pretty much the exact same thing, but taking off the bases. On a rectangular prism, they'll actually tell you what the base is, but we're going to go ahead and say that the base is these pieces right here. It's like taking these flaps off, the top and bottom. So that would be the 3 by 5. So we're going to take both 3 by 5s off and just have the 24 and the 40, meaning like everything down the middle. That would be my lateral surface area, or on my net in this one, that would be all down the middle, lateral, not having the top or bottom. So my lateral, it's going to be 64 units squared. All right, next we're going to look at a pyramid. So surface area of a pyramid, let's say that we have an edge on the square that is 3. We have the lateral face, which is going to be 5. And then sometimes they'll also show you the height that's going to be used for volume. So that's like inside the shape, and that's 4. You do not need the height of the pyramid to find the outside or like just like the skin of it, like the part on the outside. So if we open it up, it ends up looking like this, but they actually will always provide you with a net on STAR. So here we have the bases are 3 by 3, and then the lateral edge or the height of the triangles are 5. To get my total, I'm going to start by finding the area of one triangle. So 3 by 5 is 15. Triangles, we always need to get 1/2 base times height, so divided by 2, or 7.5. I could also, though, if I know, like, kind of logically, instead of dividing this in half, I could just count 15 for both of them. But we would have 4 7.5 triangles. So I could multiply by 4 or add this 4 times, and I get 30. So the area of all the triangles is 30. And then I was also saying you could have just done 15 twice. So that would be the same thing of 30. And then I would just need to get my square bottom, so 3 by 3. Squares we do not need to divide in half, only triangles, because triangles are always half of a square, but we have the whole thing. So 30 plus 9, or 39 units for the total area of this triangular pyramid, or rectangular pyramid, sorry. For lateral, again, it is like all of the spots that you'd put on a ladder. So like the sides of the pyramid, but not the bottom of the pyramid. So it's going to be the area of just all the triangles without that square base, so 30 units squared. So we have total is everything. Lateral is everything except for the base. Last thing we're going to take a look at is, and this is new, and if you guys just kind of try it, that's okay, but don't worry if you don't get this one fully. So the angles of a triangle are shown. So here we have a triangle, and all of the angles in a triangle, they always form a straight line. So meaning if I cut them all up and I put them together, all the angles in a triangle are going to make a straight line, meaning they all add up to 180 degrees. So everything added together should be 180 degrees. So the 50 plus 2x plus 3x minus 10 all equal 90. And I can solve for x, the value of x, by first go ahead and put the x's together, like the unknown amounts. And then I'm going to put the constants together, meaning 50 minus 10, and solve it like an equation. So I need to first get rid of the start value, or the constant, the number I know the value of. Then I need to divide by the coefficient, or 5. If this seems kind of tricky to you, you can also even just take your answer choices and let's say, oh, I want to see if I plug in 10 for x, is it going to be 180 degrees? Because it needs to be 180. So right here, 2 times 10 is 20. 3 times 10 is 30, minus 10 is 20. Wait. Oh, shoot. I did something wrong. I said it equal to 90, not 180. So I need to actually have double. So 180. Dang it. I'm not going to refilm this. Sorry. We make mistakes. That's why I check my work. All right. So 140 divided by 5 is going to be, what? 25? No, 28. So I can still do that check the work thing. Good thing I was checking my work, or I would have just gotten this question wrong on STAR. So I need to have it equal to 180, so we would have 28, but I could still do that same process. 2 times 28, 3 times 28, not as easy of numbers, minus 10, and then plus 50. If you need some more practice on this, I totally get it. Let me know. But again, triangles all add up to 180. I should have said it equal to 180, not 90. Then you can solve for x. You can check your work by plugging in whatever you get for x and seeing if it all adds up to 180. All right, nice job. We are done with our surface area lesson. Woo!